Brings up third down.
A loss of 1. Brings up third down and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll find Lindsey here. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Right? Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it?
Come on now.
They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And it was a pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
From the gun, here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Slam, slam, slam.
On second down, a run with Breida.
Come on, run to the ball. We got a runner.
15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breida, he'll try the right side. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down. It's Jennings. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Wahoo. 57's the mic. Mike's ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? Now it flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see me?
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll set up a throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Slam, slam, slam.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put it into it. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
48's Mike. 48's Mike.
To the air again. Gone. He gets it to Cooks. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's get off the field, D.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. And he's going to be hit and taken down.
That's what I'm talking about.
Back right around the 48-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Goff now looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go. Let's go.
Matt Breida, the offense, heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 79 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Goff now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lindsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying out.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parsons. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now it's Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
57 to Mike. Mike 57. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike, 48.
Throwing on third. Gone. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Goff under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And an update now from up in Seattle. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Patrick Mahomes, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check forward.
Travel.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin with a couple of former rivals from the AFC West until 2002. Kansas City in town to take on Seattle. And it's the Chiefs who are out in front as they move towards halftime. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass there. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Jameis Winston, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers trying to get to 2-0, and they've got the lead on the road. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
H3, 218, come.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Oh, and now some space to operate. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
You must be dreaming.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though,
the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
Let's go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Let's go. Let's
Respect.
bring it. Let's bring it. Joker, 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 Joker. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
164. Weak.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breeden. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mike 52. Stay with your man.
Ball trot. Chin up, chin up.
They'll drop the throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
19 yards. And a 49er first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
52's the mic. I got you. I got you.
Check 9.
On first down, here's Breeden. And some room to maneuver. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
It's just me. Go. Just me and you.
Now it's Jennings. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Sack, baby.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle
52's
man.
the mic, boys. 52. I don't think you got it, son.
Hey, Mike 52.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game. But it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive complete over the middle. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I got you, boy. Here we go.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 2nd down. It's Jennings, and not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Back to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. 57's the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
Let's go.
Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One last throw here for Goff. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for San Francisco, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And another road